Paris Sheriff's Office says a fleeing suspect is now in a hospital in stable condition after deputies shot him.
As Andres Fuentes reports, they say it happened after the suspect pulled a gun on them.
A lot of neighbors in the area didn't want to go on camera with me, but they say that they are spooked after what happened early Friday night when multiple gunshots rang out. The Jefferson Parish Sheriff's Office says that they noticed a suspicious man going westbound down West Esplanade around 1:30 Friday morning. Officials say that he ran off north on Carthage Street and took out a gun, and that's when deputies shot him at least once in his lower body. We're waiting for more details on why the Sheriff's Office thought that he was suspicious. Right now, he's in stable condition in the hospital. Neighbors in the area are shocked that the violence happened while everyone was asleep.
Oh, it's scary. Over here is nothing to happen in the shooting. No, I never expected anything over here. Is good.
Now, this is the second deputy-involved shooting in as many weeks in Jefferson Parish. Last Friday on Metairie Road, deputies shot at a suspected car thief after leading deputies on a chase in Old Metairie. He flashed his gun at the scene, and that's when deputies opened fire. Dillard University criminologist Dr. Ashraf Ismail says deputies shooting at armed suspects is not uncommon.
A lot of them, the assailant had the gun first, took out a gun. So, when obviously the suspect takes out a gun, and obviously you're in self-defense.
And thus far in 2023, the JPSO has been involved in at least 11 shootings, 7 of which involved an armed suspect and 5 of which resulted in a dead suspect. And when we have more information about the shooting that happened here early Friday morning, we'll be updating you both on air and online. But for now, reporting here in Metairie, Andres Fuentes, Fox 8, Local First.